Today's cemetery tour takes us back to Forest Lawn Cemetery in Norfolk, Virginia. Now, if you are anything like me, and I would say the term old actor, I would think old Hollywood, the silver screen, but that is not the case. This man actually made his mark on Broadway. Today, we are in Forest Lawn Cemetery in Norfolk, Virginia, visiting the grave of Victor Beecroft. As previously mentioned, we are back in Forest Lawn Cemetery in Norfolk, Virginia, visiting the grave of famous Broadway actor Victor Beecroft. Born in London, England in 1887, Victor Beecroft emigrated to the United States in 1908. He relocated to the U.S. upon his completion of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts. He settled in New York City. It was then that he began his career in theater. He was befriended by playwright Ernest Hutchinson, and it was arranged for him to begin appearing in leading roles. This start in theater would lead to a career that spanned more than 30 years. He was such a prolific actor that he would take on nearly every type of role imaginable. He would play both hero and villain, playboy and aristocrat, which highlighted his vast versatility in acting. Some of the plays in which he appeared were Knights of Song, Lifeline, A Passenger to Bali, which just names a few. Beecroft was a member of the Theater Guild. Although he was known almost exclusively as a theater actor, he did make just a few television appearances while television was still in its infancy. Beecroft would retire to Virginia. Victor Beecroft passed away on March 25, 1958. He was 71. I am so glad to be able to visit the grave of Victor Beecroft today, and this just goes to show you just don't know what you are going to find in a cemetery until you get in there and start visiting and start looking, start researching. I had never heard of Victor Beecroft before. Like I mentioned, I know that he was big on Broadway, and I know this is not the longest video that I have done, but really there's not a whole lot on the life of Victor Beecroft. You know, he's originally from London, England, and made it to New York City, and in New York City, he made it to Broadway, so that is what he is known for. That's what he was famous for. But everything that I've read, and like I said, there's not a whole lot out there about him, but everything I've read does point to a lot of versatility and a lot of skill in acting. So I'm glad to be able to make the visit to the grave of Victor Beecroft today. This cemetery, Forest Lawn in Norfolk, Virginia, has proved to be one of the more interesting visits that I have made. I mean, I've had a lot of videos come from here, so I am so glad to be able to bring you these videos today. And again, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. And my question to you, have you heard of Victor Beecroft? And if you are into Broadway and into plays, just how big of a name is he? I would love to know whether you've heard of him or not. I would love to know that in the comments. So please leave me a comment below. I would love to know if you know anything about Victor Beecroft today. You know, I love learning new things. I love learning about new people and people that I had never heard of. Mr. Beecroft was one of those people. I simply don't know much about Broadway, so I am glad to be able to visit his grave and pay some honor to him today. And just another example, you just never know what you're going to find when you get out and do a little cemetery exploring. So thank you all for watching. I am going to leave links in the description where you can find me. My Facebook page, my Instagram page. I would love to hear from you. Once again, from Norfolk, Virginia at Forest Lawn Cemetery, I will see you again soon.